See now, software means what? Development means one. It has a life cycle. Life cycle means what? It refers to the different stages of the software product. Like you people may think, oh, if I learn Java, it's a great achievement. If I learn .NET, oh, I have developed a software. No, it's not like that. As per the software development life cycle, the life cycle comprises of different stages, starting from requirements gathering, second one being the design, third one being the coding, fourth one being testing, fifth one being the maintenance. Sir, there comes sir.
Very good.
Dhanush and Vikram Swain, one from Kumar's team, one from Master's. Two of them are there. Those who didn't attend, I'll inform you.
I'm good.
Yeah. So there are different stages in SDLC. First one is requirements, second one is design, third one is coding, fourth one is testing, and fifth one is maintenance or deployment. See, when you construct a building, first thing what you do, you normally do the foundation. Then you will see the blueprint. Then you will get once the blueprint for which areas, how many square feet is required, like that. Then you will get the bricks. Then you will put the cement. Similarly, you people must be thinking, oh, if I have no Java language, I have achieved more. No. Please come out of that mindset. Language is not the entire software. Language is just an aspect of software. You people, as being technical specialists, you need to know about different stages like requirements gathering, design part, that is the high level design, and the low level design part. And then comes your coding, then comes your testing, fifth one being the deployment and maintenance. In deployment and maintenance only you learn about so many things like DevOps and how to deploy the software to the different cloud servers like AWS, Azure, Google Cloud, all that. So the ultimate objective of this session is, since you people from the development background, you need to know about the AWS difference, at least some basic AWS services and some concepts in DevOps like Jenkins, infrastructure as code, Ansible, Docker commands, all those things for the deployment and maintenance. So this is the ultimate objective of this session. Now let's start over the session. Okay, let me start sharing my screen. Are you all able to see my screen? So this is the thing. We'll be covering about the Linux commands, which consists of the present working directory, ls, mkdir, the file permissions, and this Linux like grep, find, head, tail, all those things. Then I'll be telling you about the cloud fundamentals, that is what is cloud computing, AWS global infrastructure, IAM, the users, roles, groups and policies, and AWS compute and storage basis. In that I'll be telling you about EC2, S3, CLI. Then I'll be telling you about AWS Identity Center, which I have not included in this document. I'll include it, and AWS organizations, all those things. Then I'll be telling you about the VPC, Virtual Private Cloud, subnets, what is the route table, and NACL and security groups, RDS, the DynamoDB, all that. And the fifth one is the Docker and the microservices, that how to install Docker, basic Docker commands, how to Dockerize a Spring Boot project. Sixth one is the Ansible, the CI/CD, and the Maven part. Maven part CI/CD is very much important for deployment along with the cloud. Eighth one is the infrastructure part. Then I'll be telling you about Spring security basics. Then I'll be telling you about the static code analysis with SonarQube. So this is the thing. So this is about the cloud syllabus. Okay, so don't think language is a software. All of you all are just, coding is just thing, but it's just doing one part of the software development. Coding is not software development. Coding is just an aspect of the software development. All of you all have come to the wrong perception, thinking that, oh, if I learn this language, I can develop a software. No. You have to understand what are the requirements which the customer wants, translate it into your technical requirements, and develop a software in such a way which fulfills the customer requirements. And for this deployment, we need to know about different services like cloud, AWS, all that. And this. Okay.
2 minutes.
And 2 minutes before I start, sir is going to talk to you all. Okay, and there will be tests and all, tests, assignments. You have to take these sessions very seriously.
Who are the participants?
Dhanush and Vikram Swain.
Dhanush and Vikram Swain. Good afternoon, guys. This is Suresh here. I hope you remember me.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. See, when Pooja was talking, she talked so nicely. I was also tempted to join and say a few words. I'll take only 1 or 2 minutes, okay? Sir, you have all joined one of the toughest industries. I always say there are easy jobs, tough jobs, very, very tough jobs. So, congratulations, you guys have joined the toughest industry, toughest jobs, which require lot of effort to come up in life. Why? Because the field is so big. Software is Atlantic Ocean, Indian Ocean, and Pacific Ocean put together. So, when you have joined such a type of industry which is so vast, you will also be surprised at one thing. As Pooja rightly said, each one of you is doing one small activity related to the large activity. Example, I visited many car industries. I was also working in some automobile companies. You will have accelerator department, brake department, clutch department, coolant department, then air brake fluid department, hand brake department, bonnet department, then painting department. You have about 100 departments. 250 to 300 parts are there in a car or a bus. Now, each one is very good in doing one small thing, but that does not make it the whole. If I'm in accelerator department, that is not the car. If I'm only in the piston department, that is not the car. If I'm working only in that power windows department, I am not making the car. If I'm only in the coolant department or only in the handbrake, I am not making the car. Similarly, in software, youngsters should know. I'm very happy. You should be proud of your work. You're doing a good job. But what you are doing is a small aspect of the large software. That is why always customer is not at all happy. Even if you have read HR mail, they would have mentioned that, fixed projects, customer not happy, not giving the money. For you, the question will be, I am doing well. No. All 500 employees are doing well only. No, sir. The final product which we are giving to the customer, he is not happy. That is why lot of teamwork, collaboration is required from all of us. So this is the point I think Pooja was nicely telling. I thought I'll just add up. So whatever you're doing is nice. Learn as much as more. That's why only when you have 15, 20 years experience, you will have the large macro view of the entire software. So till that time, learn as much as possible. Over to Pooja.
So good afternoon, participants. We'll continue with the syllabus of cloud. Today I'll be telling you about the Linux. So what is meant by Linux? Linux is nothing but it's a command line interface or character user interface. It's a command line or character user interface. Okay. And what are the different ways to install Linux? First thing what you need to do, the different ways to install Linux is you have to go to the Microsoft Store. So the first thing is I need to go to the Microsoft Store. See, there's a Microsoft Store over here and just search for Ubuntu. There are different ways of installation. Okay, so go to the Microsoft Store, search for Ubuntu. Okay, and then in the command prompt type WSL space -- install. WSL, what is this WSL? You must be wondering what WSL is. The full form of WSL is Windows Subsystem for Linux. Okay, either this is the way where you can do, where you can go to the Microsoft Store and go to just search for Ubuntu, and the command prompt you can just type in the apps, you can just search for Ubuntu. Okay, you can get it, and just when you open the command prompt and type WSL-install. Okay, any doubts you have, just feel free to stop me in between. And the second way is you to install Linux is you need to have the Oracle virtual machine. Okay, so just go to this Oracle virtual machine. Okay, you need to download the virtual machine, which I have already downloaded in the system. Okay, I'll share you the link later. So go to this Oracle VirtualBox download, and this is the link. You can just click on this link, download the VirtualBox, and just install Linux in the VirtualBox. Okay, how to install Linux in the VirtualBox? I have already done it mine. So just go to File and just go to click on New Machine, and click on File, New Machine, type the name of the machine, and just if you're installing Ubuntu Linux, you have to install the ISO image for Ubuntu. If you're installing like Red Hat Linux, you need to download and install add the ISO image for Red Hat. Since in my system I have installed Ubuntu Linux, so I have downloaded the ISO image for Ubuntu. So now next thing, once you go to new, install a message, so just go to ISO image for Ubuntu. Okay, and you can just download and add it in that thing. So this is the way to install Linux. So now let me switch on this virtual machine like that. So today we'll be telling you about some of the Linux commands, some simple Linux commands. Then I'll be telling you some networking commands pertaining to Linux also. If possible, we'll go with the networking commands also. Based on how far you can understand. If you're not understanding anything, just feel free to stop in between. So this is how the virtual machine is being started. Until this virtual machine is being started, let me tell you some commands which I'll be discussing. So echo is nothing but it's used to display a message. Who is nothing but displays the list of users. And third one, who am I? Who am I is nothing but it displays the current user. Who am I is nothing but it displays the current user. And the fourth one, clear. Clear is nothing but it can be used to clear the screen. Okay, like it. So now just wait for the virtual machine to download. The virtual machine is just login. Okay, like that. So like that, there are some file and directory related commands also. File and directory related commands like tat, used for creating a file. CP is nothing but it's used for copying the contents of source file to destination file. MB is nothing but it's used for renaming a file, and RM is nothing but it's used for deleting a file. And directory related commands means what? Directory is nothing but is defined as a collection of files and folders. So directory is defined as a collection of files and folders. So the different commands are mkdir used to create a directory. CD is nothing but it's used to change the directory. And rmdir is nothing but it's used for deleting the directory. So these are all this directory related commands. Directory, what is meant by directory? Directory is nothing but it's defined as a collection of files and folders. So now I just discussed about some basic simple commands and this file related commands and directory related commands. I'll just show you how these commands are implemented. So now the virtual machine has been on. So I'll just go to the terminal, click on start. So just click on this terminal. Okay, yeah. So echo is nothing but it's used for displaying the message. When I type echo hello world, it's used for this hello world is used for displaying the message. Clear is nothing but it's used for clearing the screen. Who is nothing but it shows the list of users. Who am I? It shows the list of current users. So creating the file, what you need to do, just need to create a command called as cat. So now cat, this is the redirection operator. Okay, this is an extraction operator, and just type the thing linux.txt and just type some command, just type some text. Welcome to Linux OS, and just press Ctrl C and just press enter. To display the now what I did by this operation, I just created the file cat, this extraction operator linux.txt. txt is a text file, and I just typed on small content and I just press Ctrl C and just press enter. Now cat space linux.txt. I'm just to display the contents of the file, I need to use this. Okay, like that. Then copy is nothing but I'll just create another file called as cat space unix.txt and welcome to Unix OS, and just press Ctrl C and just press enter. To display the contents of Unix file, cat unix.txt, like that. First step which I showed you using that extraction operator is for creating the file. Second step which I showed you is used for displaying the file. Copy is what is used to copy the contents of the source file to the destination file. So cp space linux.txt unix.txt. cp is used for copying the contents of source file to the destination file. When I just do cat space unix.txt, it's come welcome to Linux OS. You must be wondering, no, in the unix.txt file it should come welcome to your Unix OS. Why it's coming welcome to Linux OS? Only because I have copied the contents of the source file Linux file to the destination file, that is Unix file. Okay, till now you understood some commands. Any doubts till now? Any questions? Feel free to ask. I want the session to be interactive. Now for renaming. Renaming means what? Changing the name of the file. To change the name of the file is mb space linux.txt linux2.txt. Okay. Now when I do cat, I've changed the linux.txt is the original file name. Linux.2.txt is the other file name. If I now just display cat space linux.txt, it will come no such file or directory. Why? Because I have changed the name to linux2.txt. So cat space linux2.txt. rm is nothing but what? It's used for deleting the file. Now I'll just delete the file. rm space linux2.txt. Now when I go to this cat linux2.txt, it's coming no such file or directory. Reason is what? The file has already been deleted. So this is how. Okay. These are about some file related commands. Now coming to the directory related commands. Directory is what? It's defined as a collection of files and folders. So now let me clear the screen by typing clear. Okay. So mkdir is the thing what stands for make directory, which can be used for creating the directory. mkdir Linux Java. So Linux Java is the name of the directory which has been created. If I want to change the directory, that means if I want to arrive into the Linux Java directory, I need to use the command cd space Linux Java. To come out of the Linux Java directory, I just need to type cd space dot dot. Again, to arrive into the Linux Java directory, cd space Linux Java. Okay, like inside the Linux Java directory, like I'll create two files. So cat s1.txt, welcome to first session, control C break. So cat space s2.txt, welcome to second session, control C break. Okay, like see, first is rmdir is what is used for deleting the directory. To first delete the directory, first is what you need to do. You need to delete the files inside the directory. So first thing, if I want to delete this, before deleting these directories, I created these two files. No, I need to delete these two files. So rm space s1.txt, enter, rm space s2.txt, enter. Now if I do cat space s1.txt, it will become no such file or directory. Why? Because I have deleted the directory. Sorry, I have deleted the files inside the directory. Now first thing what I did, I deleted the files s1.txt, s2.txt using the command rm. Now next thing what I need to do, I need to come out of the directory cd space dot dot. Then I need to do rmdir space Linux Java. Okay. Now if I want to do cd space Linux Java, it will come no such file or directory. Why? Because the directory has already been deleted. So these are about the file and the directory related commands. Shall I continue with the networking commands? Dhanush, Bikram. You people should tell. Shall I continue with the networking commands?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Good. So I can see all of you all are paying, two of you all are paying it attention. Good. So now coming to this networking commands. Why do we use this networking commands? To perform all these networking operations. So now let me navigate to the document where I have saved the networking commands. So now coming to the ping. Ping is what? The full form of ping is packet internet grouper, and it's used for ensure that the computer can communicate with a specified device over the network. Ping command also sends the ICMP, Internet Control Message Protocol echo request messages in the form of packets to the destination computer and waits in order to get the response back. Ping command provides details like number of packets transmitted, number of packets received, time is taken by the packet to return. Okay, the number of packets transmitted, the number of packets received. Okay, so now just type ping space www.google.com. See. It's showing the time take. TTL stands for the time to live, and the time is taken by the packets to receive. See, all these details are coming in the ping command. Just type Control C. Okay, so this is the ping command. As I just now showed you, the number of packets transmitted, packets received already. NS lookup. NS lookup, it queries the domain name. DNS stands for what? Domain name system. In order to fetch the IP address. See, we know the google.com. The domain name is .com is the extension, but do we know the IP address? No. So for that we need to use the command NSLOOKUP. NSLOOKUP is used to fetch the IP address for the domain name. So NSLOOKUP www.google.com. See, it's showing the IP address of the, in this command, as it's being shown, it's showing the IP address of the google.com website. So this is the name of the website and this is the address. This is the full address, complete address. IP address will be of two types, IPv4 and IPv6. That is very in depth, so I don't want to cross all that. Okay, just get an idea of what the command does. Trace route. Trace route command, as the name what it suggests, is used to get the route of the packet. The trace route command is used to determine the path along which the packet travels. So now trace route www.google.com determines the route along which the packet travels. See, it's showing the route of the packet. See. So this is about the trace route, as the name suggests, is used for route of the packet. Host command. Host command, as the name suggests, is used to find a domain name associated with the IP address. So now this is the domain name. Netstat command. As the name netstat command indicates, used to display routing tables, connection information and the network statistics. So this is the netstat command. And when coming to ARP, ARP is nothing but it's used to stands for the address resolution protocol, used to display and modify the ARP cache. Because in the ARP cache only there are two mappings it describes, the mapping of the IP address as well as the MASH the MAC address. So now just type the command ARP and just press enter. So this is all about the Linux commands. So any questions in today's session about the Linux commands? Shall I continue with AWS? Or shall I take it in the next session? Bikram, Dhanush, based on what you people say.